हेलो एवरीवन। जैसा कि आज हम लोग को देखना है एसएपी का डे 1। तो व्हाट इज एसएपी? ऑलरेडी हम लोगों ने हिस्ट्री ऑफ एसएपी, ऑलरेडी व्हाट इज एसएपी, एसएपी होता क्या है एंड अबाउट एसएपी हम लोगों ने स्टडी कर लिया। नाउ वी आर ऑन द प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट। सो आज फर्स्ट डे स्टार्ट करेंगे प्रैक्टिकल का। At first double click on SAP S4HANA and you can see here there are several servers are there. So you need to select your servers just like adu_hana. You need to put your user ID and your password. Now here you can see here the client code is 500. It should be default. Okay, there is no need to change it. And logon language is English. Now you can see here, welcome to Primus Technology Private Limited and S4HANA 2022 system. This is the latest. Now you just need to hit enter. Okay, now here you can see this is the first window of SAP. Now here you need to basically understand navigation part. I'm just going to tell you what is the how we can navigate in SAP. Now the first bar, menu, edit, favorite, extra, system, help. This is called basically menu bar. In most of the software you can get this menu bar. Now here you can see the control button, close, restore and minimize. So this is the menu bar. Then after you can see here, this is called standard toolbar and this is called command bar, or you can say command box also, where we can put the T code, transaction code. We know that in SAP, T code is everything. Through the T code you can go to any transaction. किसी भी transaction पे पहुंचने के लिए आप क्या करते हो? T code का use करते हो. Now here you can see here SAP Easy Access Logistic. This is basically called title bar. इसको हम लोग title bar कहते हैं. Now there is application toolbar. According to the application it would be changed. And this is the title bar. What you are doing you can see here. Now this is the favorite menu and this is the SAP menu. Now here you can see favorite menu and SAP menu. Now you need to learn. Now here you can see SAP menu is not open because so you need to use a T code in command bar S000. Now you can see the SAP menu is now open. Now you can see the each and every module here. We need to learn basically accounting because we are learning FICO module. So you need to go into the accounting. In accounting you need to learn financial accounting. This is the FI module and the CO controlling module. Only two modules we need to learn. Okay. Now this is the status bar. Now here you can see the logo of SAP. Now here you can see session manager is showing over there, and this is the picture, SAP logon picture you can say. Suppose we need to go on any transaction, just like I'm going into the accounting, financial accounting, general ledger. The first option I'm just selecting document entry, and here you can see the enter GL account document. FB50 is there. This is their basically T code. Now double click on it. When you double click on it, you can go onto the transaction. Now here GL account document, in the title bar you can see. So here you can post the entry, GL related posting, just like any expense entry, income entry you can post over here. Or to go back you need to use /n. This is the T code to go back. The second way, you can click on this button also, back button, F3 shortcut key. but here you can see the invalid date, it does not allow you to go. Now this one you need to just click on the cancel button. Now you can, again it is not allowed you to exit. This one is exit. Data will lost, we want to exit, yes. Okay, so these three buttons you can use. Now the simple way, FB50, I'm just using this T code FB50, and now the simple way to go back is /n. Okay, so mostly we are using T code. Now here you can see my cursor is not in the command bar, my cursor in the date menu, document date. If you want to go back in the command box, either you can use the mouse pointer, okay, either you can use the shortcut key. The shortcut key is control question mark. So when I click control question mark, okay, my cursor is jump onto the command bar. So /n I can use. So this is the some tricks to navigate in SAP. Now the first thing we need to learn favorite menu. Now today we are just going to learn favorite menu at first. What is the favorite? We need to learn at first. What is favorite? In SAP, there are some T codes which are very complicated. Like when I go into the accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, so you can see here there is an information system. Like in Tally, there is a display menu. Here, information system is there where you can see any types of reports. Okay, so I'm just going into the information system, general ledger, and the suppose I want to see the financial statement. General, the first option I am just selecting, you can see. Now here you can see the T code of this report, financial statement report, is so complicated. It is not easy to remember. So I can create a favorite of this. Okay. Suppose regularly I need to check this statement. So I can create a favorite of this. How to create a favorite? I just select it and click onto the favorite and add. This is the first way. I'm just telling you. The second way, suppose I'm the second T code, I'm just going to create a favorite. Just select over here and just click on this button, add to favorite. This is the second way. Okay, suppose you want to see the cash flow statement. So just select this T code, okay, and just right click over here and then add to favorite. This is another way. So I just tell you three ways to add your favorite. Okay, the fourth way, you can add the favorite. Just select it, or you can say drag and drop button. Just pick here and drag and drop in the favorite. Now this is the fourth way to add favorite. Now the fifth way to add favorite is the shortcut key. Now here you can see the shortcut key is Control Shift F6. Just select the T code and press Control Shift and F6. Now this is another way to add the favorite. Yes, Control Shift F6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now here you can see there are 5 ways to add favorite. Now here you can see now 6th way to add the favorite is go into the favorite, insert a transaction. Now here you need to put the transaction code, just like I am putting here FB50 and then add. Now here FB50 is also added into the favorite menu. Now there is a one question, एक क्वेश्चन जरूर आ रहा होगा दिमाग में कि फेवरेट में हम इंसर्ट ट्रांजैक्शन में जा रहे हैं और हम लोग ट्रांजैक्शन कोड टाइप कर रहे हैं. जब हमें ट्रांजैक्शन कोड पता है तो हम क्यों ऐड कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. जस्ट लाइक एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल मैं तुम्हें देता हूँ. जस्ट लाइक सपोज करो तुम कहीं काम कर रहे हो एंड यू आर जूनियर, आप जूनियर स्टाफ हो और आपको कोई टी कोड बार बार पूछना पड़ रहा है अपने सीनियर से, है ना. और वो जाहिर सी बात है, अब ज़्यादा बार बार पूछोगे तो सामने वाला इरिटेट होगा। तो एक बार पूछा उसको, तुरंत तुम गए फेवरेट में जा करके इंसर्ट ट्रांजेक्शन में, उस ट्रांजेक्शन को जैसे ही बोला उस तुमने यहाँ पे ऐड कर लिया, ताकि वो तुम्हारे पास यहाँ पे रहे और बार बार तुम्हें अपने सीनियर से पूछना ना पड़े। So there are 6 ways to add the favorite. Now you need to also learn how to delete favorite. So you can select, suppose I need to delete this favorite, so just right click over here and you can delete the favorite. The second way is select and just this one is delete favorite, start delete button. Now the third way to delete the favorite, select a favorite and delete. Now shift F2 is also shortcut to delete favorite, shift F2. Okay, so 4 way I am just telling you to delete the favorite. So these are the enough to delete the favorite. Now how to change, what is the use of this change button? Suppose you want to change the name of this T code. Okay, just select this, go into the favorite and just change. Now here you can change the name. Suppose I don't want to keep the path, I just wanted to only put the name only. So I just delete everything and just keep it financial statement. Now the simple way you can learn, this is the financial statement T code. The same thing you can do through the right click and change favorite, the same way. Okay, just you want to put the cash flow. Okay, so this way you can change. Now if you want to put the financial statement first and then after cash flow, now you can go into the favorite and you can change the position, move the position up. Now here you can see now this thing you can do through the directly drag and drop button. You can directly drag and drop. Okay, so the next thing is add, change, move, delete. These all options we know, we can understand, and after that we need to learn insert folder. If you want to insert a folder in favorite menu, just go and insert a folder, just like I am creating a folder of report. Now here you can see in SAP menu everything in a folder. Okay, so like that, if you want to create a folder in favorite menu, this is the way to create your folder in favorite menu. Now all the T codes related to reports you can put in this folder, just drag and drop. Now these all T codes are going into the reports. Now you can close it like this. Suppose some transaction code also you need to add, you can insert a folder like transaction T code, you can put in this folder. Now if you want to open, then it will shows your T codes. Here there is nothing. If I want to put any T code, just like in document entry, transaction code, and just drag and drop into that folder. One T code is also added into this transaction folder in favorite menu. So I think we know that add, change, move, delete, insert folder, insert transaction, and then we need to learn add other object. Like suppose many times you need to check, you need to see an Excel file, and what you are doing at that time, suppose if you want to open an Excel file, you just minimize it through this, or you can press window D button to minimize any window. Now go into this PC, D drive, suppose in laptop, suppose in New Era books, suppose there is account book, suppose this you need this file, you need every time, and to open this you need to go through this. Now I want to add this file also in favorite menu. You can add in SAP. How we can add favorite of Excel file, or you can say other files into SAP? Just go into the favorite menu. At first I'm just selecting favorite. Okay, now go into the favorite. If I select in report, so what will happen? That Excel file favorite will created in a report. So that's why I'm selecting favorite menu. Favorite, add other object. You need to use add other object to add any address or file. Even the Word file, Excel file, any other file you can add into the favorite by this option. Just select the web address or file and just click on apply button. And after applying, now here you can see the text is showing. Now what is text? Just like the vendor code, suppose that Excel file is basically vendor code file. So now next, web address. Now here one thing more you need to understand. Web address or file, here you can see checkbox and tick button. What is the meaning of this? This is the meaning of mandatory file field. This field is mandatory field. So this is the mandatory field. Either you can go in the right hand side and okay, there is no any button is showing there. Now here you need to basically put the location of that file. Now you need to press F4. Now here you can see this, go into this PC, the same file location you need to select here, laptop, Newera books, accounting, suppose adjustment, this file. Just select and open. The location of this file is automatically come. Now go and click on to the enter button. This is the enter button. Copy on enter button. Now here you can see the URL of vendor code is created now. Just double click on it. Now here you can see the Excel file is open now. So you can create other files also in favorite menu. Now suppose in many times I need to use GST portal, gst.gov.in. I need to go into the GST portal and in login screen. So again I need to minimize my window and go into the GST portal. So I just want to create the favorite of this GST portal also. So just select the URL and copy it, Control C to copy, and after that go into that option again in favorite, go into the add other object, use web address or file, and then suppose I am just putting here GST portal. I'm just putting here GST portal name, and then after you need to just paste the address of that URL, Control V, and then click on OK button. Now here you can see the GST portal favorite is also created in favorite menu. Just double click on it. Now this box is appear. If I click on this button and allow it, so this box will next time this box will not be appear. Now after double click, now you can see the GST portal is now open, and the login screen is also open. Now you can log in your GST ID, that means GST IN, and you can do whatever you want. Now this is the also a way to add favorite into the SAP menu, in a favorite menu. Now we have learned add, change, move, delete, insert folder, insert transaction, add other object. Now Here there is two options are left. The first one is download to PC and the second one is upload to PC. Now what is it? What is the meaning of this? Now we need to learn. Go into the download to PC. What is the meaning of this? You can create a backup of your favorites. You have created these favorites. Suppose wrongly you have deleted this favorite menu, and you have given much effort to create this favorite, and on a single mistake you can, if you delete this, then how can you get it back? So you can create a backup of your favorite menu also. So just go into the favorite and download to PC. Just press on the download to PC, and just like I'm going into the desktop, I'm just creating a favorite into the desktop. Just go into the desktop and you can put the name of your file, just like save. Okay, the backup we cannot do because in a status bar you can see you have no authorized to export the object. It's okay. Now, but it is the way you can create a file, and after that, when your file is created, then you can also upload from PC. Upload from PC is used to restore your favorite backup. Now, so most of the options we have learned. Now the next option we need to learn today. What? Today we need to learn the next option is extras. You need to go into the extras. There is, you can see here, the setting is also there. The first option you need to learn setting. Now in setting menu, if you go, now here you can see display technical name. Just I off it and then click on OK button. Now you can see we are not able to see the transaction code of any. We are not able to see any transaction code of in the menu. Just like I am going into the financial accounting, general ledger, document entry. The first option you need to just invoke. Now here you can see the transaction code is not showing there. Even though in your favorite menu, the transaction code, that is also known as technical name. So just go into the, if it is not showing, so there is no need to worry. Just go into the extras and go into the setting. Now here you need to just click on display technical names. Now you are able to see the transaction code in favorite menu also, in SAP menu also. Clear? The T code is to open the SAP menu S000. Okay. Now the next thing is in setting menu. The next thing is do not display picture. Now here right hand side you can see this is the default SAP picture. Now if I click on this button, suppose I'm getting disturbed from this picture, so I can just use this option, do not display picture, and then after this picture will gone. Okay. Now some students have asked to me, sir, how can we change this picture? So I can just tell you there is a different T codes to use to change this picture, but we are also not allowed for that. We are not also authorized for that. So we can only remove this picture, or we can add this picture, but we cannot change this picture. We are not allowed for that, or you can say we are not authorized for that. Because we are end user, na? Now the next thing is do not display menu, only favorites. If I click on this button, so you can see the SAP menu is not showing here. So sometime if you got this, so don't worry, go into the extras, go into the setting and just click on this button and then tick. Now you can see the SAP menu is now comes Now if I want to change the position of favorite in SAP menu, go into the setting. I want to display favorite at the end of the list. Okay. So when I click on this, now here you can see SAP menu is now on top, and after that you can see favorite menu is showing there. I think setting option is clear now. I'm just removing this. Just only tick on this button, display technical name. The rest will not be mandatory. According to your comfortability, you can use those things. Okay. Now then next is set start transaction. Now what is set start transaction? Just like when I start SAP, then I want to go on a particular transaction code like this. Suppose at first I am going to log out this SAP NEX. Suppose I start SAP. Now here you can see when I start SAP, this thing is appear. I'm not going into any particular transaction code. If I want to go on a particular transaction code when I start SAP, so you need to go into the extra set start transaction. जैसे कि आप एक सिंपल तरीके से आप ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि जैसे मैं SAP स्टार्ट करूं, मैं एक पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजैक्शन कोड पे पहुंच जाऊं, कि मेरे सपोज मेरे को ना डेली का रूटीन होता है कि मेरे को पहले वेंडर बैलेंस चेक करना होता है या फिर मेरे को कस्टमर बैलेंस चेक करना होता है। डेली आते ही पहला काम मेरा यही होता है। सो मैं कहीं मेरा माइंड इधर उधर डाइवर्ट ना हो, सो दैट आई कैन सेट दिस ट्रांजैक्शन कोड। सपोज वेंडर लाइन आइटम FBL 1N. Suppose this is the T code of vendor line item display. Click on this. Now I have setted transaction FBL1N set as a start transaction. Any transaction you can put here, FB50 also you can do. Now I'm going to exit from this SAP NEX. 2T code is used to exit from SAP/NEX. If I'm using this T code, so without confirmation box, I can exit from this SAP menu. If the second T code is /NEND. If I use this, the confirmation dialog box will appear. Now you need to press on yes button so that you can log off. So there are two ways. There is 2 T codes to exit from SAP. /NEX and /NEND. End. That means end session. Now I'm using user ID and password. Now here you can see the vendor line item. When I start SAP, directly I'm reaching on this T code because I have set a start transaction. Okay, so every time when I log in, then this will appear. So go back and just suppose I want to remove this, so go again onto the set start transaction and just delete it. Delete this transaction code and just click on OK button. Now the definition of start transaction reset. Now we have learned two options of extra, setting and start transaction. What is the technical detail? If I want to learn the technical detail of this favorite, I can go into the extra and the technical detail. So I can get this technical detail of this transaction code, or you can say favorite. Now the next thing is display documentation. Also you can check the documentation. You can see both the things are same, but when you go onto the particular any transaction, if I want to see the technical detail of this transaction code, the transaction code is FB50 and the transaction text is GL account posting. Okay, single screen transaction you can see. If I click on this and get display documentation, there is nothing. Browsing starting. Browser starting, but maybe. Now here we have learned favorite menu, extras menu, most of the things we have learned. Now this is the edit. Now we are on to the edit menu. What is edit menu? Edit menu is execute to new window, create a shortcut on desktop. Just like execute means when you double click on this transaction code, that is also execute. Either you can select and go into the edit and execute. This is the long way. I think this way is not using by any user. Control question mark to jump onto the command bar /n. Okay. So directly you can double click on this button. There is no need to go on to the execute, or you can press also F2 button to execute any transaction. Execute to a new window. Now the new window you need to learn. What is the new window? New window means you can create a new session. Now the button of this is this, create a new session. What is the use of session? Just like this is used for multitasking. Just like in Google, or you can say when I open my Microsoft Edge, I open a one site here, GST portal. Onto the other tab, I can open Gmail, then the next tab. Okay, so I can check my Gmail also, I can check my GST portal also, I can read the news also. Okay, so multitask we can do onto the Microsoft Edge. So same as if I want to do different tasks on a single time, we can use through this new session. So just like I'm using FB50, and suppose suddenly my senior comes to me, and he is asking for a vendor report. So what happened at that time? Either I can interrupt my work, I can go back, either we can open a new session. Okay, this is the button, create new session. Okay, the second way is new GUI window. This most commonly we have used Control N. This is the simply use Control N. Press Control N, open a new session. Now here you can see the new session is open. Now vendor line item FBL1N, suppose I am showing him. Okay, so now this way you can check the report of any vendor. Suppose another thing you want to do, again you can press Control N. Now how many session we can open at a time? I can tell you a number of times, it is depend on you. Okay, there is no any limit, but before that, before HANA, there is a ECC version where we can open a 6 session at a time. 6 session at a time, not more than 6 session. But in S4HANA, here you can open a unlimited session with whatever you want basically. So there is no any limit now. Now how to close these sessions? So this option also you can close the session. Simply you can click on this button. Now the T code is to close this session is /i. Okay, so /i is used to close this session basically. I think it is now log off because all the session have been closed. edit menu, execute, suppose execute in a new window. If I use, what will happen? My T code will open on a new session. Just like I'm selecting this one and just go into the edit and execute on a new window. So the new session will open with the transaction code. Are you getting my point? Simply we can say, suppose मेरे को फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट देखना है, मैंने सेलेक्ट किया और मैंने क्या किया, फेवरेट में एडिट में जाके मैंने एग्जीक्यूट न्यू विंडो पे किया, तो क्या होगा कि ये फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का जो रिपोर्ट होगा एक नए विंडो पे खुलेगा, सेम विंडो पे नहीं खुलेगा। अगर मैं डबल क्लिक कर दूंगा तो यहीं खुल जाएगा, अगर इस पे क्लिक करूंगा तो एक नए विंडो पे जाके ओपन होगा। ओके, सो हाउ मेनी सेशन आई हैव ओपनड? 3 सेशन टोटल, 1 2 3। clear? The same thing you can do through this option also, /o for open a new session with the new T code. Suppose if you want to put also the new T code, just beside this you can put the new T code. Suppose FS00, I am using this. FS00 is used to create a GL, that means general laser. If you want to create a laser, you need to use this T code FS00. Okay, so just like /o means open a new session with this transaction code. The same thing which we are using this menu wise, you can use /o and FS00. What will happen if I enter? So this transaction will open on a new session. Okay, so you have learned both the way, through the T code also, through the menu also. Okay, now what is the create a shortcut on desktop? If you want to create a shortcut of any transaction, you can create also. Just like I just wanted to create this URL onto the desktop, create shortcut on desktop. Now link can only be created for transaction. Okay, this is only for transaction, so I am just selecting financial statement, go into the edit and create a shortcut on desktop. You have no authorized to export that object. Okay, we are not authorized, so that we are not going to use this. Okay, so anything you cannot export from SAP menu this time, because your end user basically. So we have authority to do only the transactions over here. So the next is menu. Now here you can see the user menu and SAP menu. What is SAP menu? If I click on this button, SAP menu, what will happen? Okay, now you can see the SAP menu is open. If I go into the user menu, now here you can see the user menu is appear now. Now what is the user menu? These are the list of transaction which is allowed to a particular user. Suppose just like एक तरह से कह सकते हो, मेरे जो यूजर है ना, मैं ये सारे ट्रांजेक्शन्स को रन कर सकता हूँ. आई एम अलाउइंग टू रन दीज ट्रांजेक्शन्स. ओके, समटाइम जब आप कहीं एसएपी पे काम करने जाते हो तो मे भी ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको एसएपी मेनू मिले ही ना, दिस मेनू ही डायरेक्टली. यू कैन गो फ्रॉम द एप this also SAP menu, you can switch from SAP menu and user menu. Okay, this is the direct button is you can use to switch from SAP menu to user menu, and also you can go from this also user menu and SAP menu. Maybe it will happen to you, okay, that you are getting only the user menu, you are not allowed to go on to the SAP menu. Okay, so in a user menu you can get your list of transaction code which will allow you, तुमको सिर्फ वही लिस्ट ऑफ ट्रांजेक्शन्स मिलेंगे जो ट्रांजेक्शन्स तुम यूज कर सकते हो, जिसके लिए तुम अथोराइज्ड हो. ठीक है ना, तो गलती से भी कोई और टी कोड्स तुम रन नहीं कर पाओगे. नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज बिजनेस वर्क प्लेस. दिस इज ऑल्सो नॉट अथोराइज्ड टू अस. इफ आई क्लिक हियर, नाउ हियर यू कैन सी. नाउ फॉर अ शेक ऑफ नॉलेज you can understand what is the use of this business workplace. Basically, business workplace is an internal mailing system. Entire mailing system you can see just like Gmail you are using for mailing anything. Now here just like your, if I know what is your user ID, user name. So the user to user we can mail in SAP. So it is the internal mailing system of SAP. You know that SAP is run online, not offline. Okay. So there is no need to go on Gmail. You can some important things you can mail through the SAP. When you mail, there is when you open the business workplace, you can get inbox, you can get outbox, you can get compose. These option you can get. Okay. I think you get the point of business workplace. Now refresh is normally refresh, you know very well. Okay, just like in window. Now here you just refresh the Windows operating system. Now here this is also given to refresh your SAP system. Okay, so we have learned today menu bar completely. We have learned. Now edit menu we have learned. We have learned SAP menu, edit menu, favorite menu, extras menu. Okay, system menu. In system menu we are not going into that deeply, just only the new window. You need to learn close the GUI window. Also this option we can use. And only the next thing I'm going to tell you, log off. This is also to log off from the SAP menu. Okay, now it is the help assistant. One thing, just place your cursor into the command bar and just press F1. If I press F1, now I can get some command button. ये कुछ कमांड बटन है जो आपको होम स्क्रीन पे दिखा रहा है. आपको होम स्क्रीन पे रहना और आपको F1 दबाना है कमांड बार पे अपना कर्सर रख करके. एक बार फिर से मैं ओपन कर देता हूँ इसको. तो यहाँ पे कुछ टी कोड्स आपको देते हैं विच आर मे बी यूजेबल फॉर रेगुलरली. आप रेगुलरली इन टी कोड्स को यूज करने वाले हो. तो यहाँ पे देखो कर्सर हमने कहाँ रखा. पहले तो हम होम स्क्रीन पे. You need to place your cursor into the command bar and just you need to press F1. If I press F1, I can get the command field to call a transaction /n /*/o. I think this T code I have taught you before some time, just /o से open होता new session और with the transaction code you can open. /n you know very well. /i you can delete the current session. /o to generate a new session. /n S000 you know very well to open the SAP menu. If SAP menu is not showing there, now to log off from the system /nend and /nexe. Yes, without confirmation /nex, with confirmation /nend. So suppose you forgot the T codes or something, you're not remembering those T codes, just place your cursor over here and just press F1. Okay, so I think this is enough for today. I'm just telling you to do more practice on this. So /nex. So I think today's video will help you to navigate SAP, how to navigate in SAP, how to open an SAP. Okay, at first we have learned this only. The next day we will learn the transaction part, just like how we can use the transaction codes and what is the first transaction code we need to learn as an end user. So thank you for watching this video.